Nick, let's talk a little bit about the New England Patriots coming hot off of a bye. This is a team in a tough division, Nick, going into a tough divisional matchup against the New York Jets. In this division in general, every team is contending for a playoff spot right now. Everyone's above 500. Everyone has a good chance to make the playoffs right now if everything shakes out the way that they want it to. So, this is an interesting time for the New England Patriots coming out of a bye. And I think they have done a few things to give themselves an edge. Maybe one player in particular has done more than most. And I'm going to let you get into that story here in just a second, Nick. But Patriots fans, in the comments below, get ready. I'm going to ask you a big one. This team is looking very good, but there might be a few key missing pieces. And what I want to know in the comments below is if you could take any three players from any teams in the NFL, what players would you add to this roster to make it perfect? So what three players would you pick from any team in the NFL to add to this current Patriots roster? I got to know in the comments below. But Nick, what have the Patriots been up to?
Yeah, so a common theme with the Bill Belichick Patriots, even when Tom Brady was there, obviously the time that he was there, the 2 decade run he had in New England, is the Patriots tend to start a little slow, right? They would always have those 2-2 kind of starts. Everyone remembers that debacle in Kansas City on primetime a number of years ago when people were potentially saying Brady should be benched for Jimmy G. They obviously don't bench Brady. They went on to win the Super Bowl that year. So the Patriots tend to start slow, and then later in the year they pick up steam. We saw it last year, right? They started 2-4 last year before finishing the season with 10 wins and making the wild card round of the playoffs. The Patriots are really good. People give them credit for making in-game adjustments, Miles. I think they're really good at making bye week adjustments. And you're seeing this not just with Belichick, but with new quarterback, I should say new quarterback, second-year quarterback, Mac Jones, taking that next step. So this is a very interesting report from masslive.com that Mac Jones reportedly took an internal audit of himself and was very introspective of his play during the bye week. He made sure to focus heavily on his footwork, on his timing, and on his eyes, three things that he felt there were issues with that was causing a lot of turnovers, which kind of makes sense, right? Because anytime you have a quarterback go from year one to year two, usually quarterbacks don't get stupider. They don't get reckless with the football. They don't get more reckless. So when you have problems with turnovers like Jones has had at times this season, it's usually a case of bad footwork or bad timing. So getting that back under swing is a really good sign for the Patriots. And again, we saw it last year. We saw it for 2 decades under Brady. Is that this Patriots team comes back from early season struggles, starting slow. They use the bye week extremely well and vault into a deep playoff run. They got a huge matchup this weekend against the Jets, but I really like what's coming out of New England, specifically with Mac Jones and this Patriots team. What are your thoughts on the Patriots and Mac right now, Miles? What do you think's going on there?
Well, Nick, I think this week, obviously it's the Jets, like we said, big divisional game, but I think there's more on the line than that. This is Mac Jones' return to form, and he's going to come out against a secondary, Nick, that quite frankly is playing pretty elite. Sauce Gardner looks amazing. The front four on that Jets defense can get after the quarterback. So this is going to be the time. This is going to be where, the iron is in the fire and, is it going to be how it needs to be, Nick? Is his footwork there? Is he going to be able to dance around these front four defenders that are rushing at him? Is his his eyes better? Is he going to be able to look off Sauce Gardner and make some elite throws? I think all of the work is going to come to pass in this week, and we'll see if he is the real deal or not, because this is a tough Jets opponent that the Patriots have kind of, beat up on in the past. Not anymore. This whole division, everybody is a tough team to play. And I think that Mac Jones is really going to have his work cut out for him against this Jets secondary, don't you think?
Yeah, obviously the Jets have been stupendous. What they did to Josh Allen a few weeks ago, they gave the Packers a lot of troubles as well with Aaron Rodgers. They've been a very good defense, but let's not forget they also did pretty well against New England and when New England beat them in New York a couple of weeks ago. I think the game was in New York. I'll check that in a second. But I think the important thing for the Patriots is that Mac Jones recognizes the flaws he has and that he has to continue improving. I think that's a big part of this offense because going into the year, the Patriots offense with guys like Tyquan Thornton out, right? They had a lot of injuries, that a lot of new faces. Obviously, Cole Strange moving in at guard, some changes going along on that offense. Looking more for Jonnu Smith. Still haven't gotten him really the way they wanted to when they gave him that big deal a couple of years ago. Right. Devontae Parker's been nice, but still integrating him into the offense. Again, just a lot of new pieces, a lot of changing moving parts. And the fact that Mac Jones recognizes that he needs to be more stable, he needs to be more consistent day in and day out with his footwork and his physical attributes, I think is key because we can still see with this Patriots team, when they're clicking on all cylinders, when that defense is playing great and that offense is controlling the football, they can beat anybody. They demolished a pretty solid Colts team not long ago. They shut out the Detroit Lions with Bailey Zappi starting, right? This team has talent. They can hang with anybody once they're healthy and once the quarterback play gets more stable. And I'm really looking forward to Mac Jones having a relatively big day. Look, is he going to throw for 400 yards and 5 scores against this Jets defense? Not likely. It's just that Jets defense is not good. But I'm looking to see him take care of the football and, really control the game, manage the game effectively, kind of be the anti-Zach Wilson, because Zach Wilson has a lot of the same problems as well in terms of turnovers. I'm looking for Mac Jones to be the opposite of that, manage the game, convert some key third downs, and help the Patriots to potentially a really big victory.